Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, whichever time you might be watching this. It's one of our other helpful training videos, and it's been a while, but we want to get back to some of these videos and help you guys with things within your small group, things within the ministry. So, also hope you guys can look past my head cold, so if you can't understand something, it's okay, it's my fault. So first things first, you should have gotten in your email a few attachments for this coming Wednesday's Christmas night. And I'm going to let you guys look through those, but please be familiar with the schedule. It's a little bit different than normal, and we've got a lot of different things going on through the night. Also, though, I'm going to make a few announcements at the end of this video, so don't stop it early, because I need to make sure that you guys get some of these announcements and respond to them. So, first things first, though, as far as training goes, we want to go through 5 B's for impacting junior high ministry over the next couple weeks. And so I sent you an attachment that should be the 5 B's for impacting junior high ministry. Surprise, surprise. And we're just going to go over a couple a week because I want to make sure that we really spend time focusing on each and every one of these and implement them within our ministry. They're all very important, and they all have a big impact on what we do week to week. And so instead of overwhelming you with 5 of them and some of them getting lost along the way, we're just going to focus on a couple. Here's the first one. Number 1, be on time. And like it says on the sheet, not too many things throw off the night and disrupt programs, embarrass your small groups, all those kind of things, and take away from generally just the overall discipleship and impact of these students. Like being late to things, being late to the staff meeting, being late to things within the night. That's a really important thing, to be on time. And when you're on time and when you're bringing your students on time, it helps them see the value of the programs that we're doing. It helps them understand that what they're going to is very important, so they don't feel like they can just skip out on things and that they don't really matter because they don't matter to you since you're not on time. Get it? Pretty simple. The second thing that we're going to look at today, though, is be a leader all the time. And I want to spend a couple minutes on this because I think this is a really important thing to understand. Here's what I'm talking about. For example, on a Wednesday night, let's talk about things within a ministry aspect. First of all, on a ministry night, you should be an example all the time. What kind of example do we want set while we're teaching? Well, if you're messing around with another student and you're kind of talking with them or braiding their hair or something like that, that's not really setting the right example because we wouldn't want other students doing that either. What we do want is you in your word, taking notes just like the other students, focusing in. When you do see a student kind of messing around, taking charge and letting them know that that's not appropriate. Because it's not just getting that student to see that it's not appropriate, it's getting the students that are right there with you, watching you, see that it's not appropriate. It's a teaching time for them as well. Even things like game time, making sure that you're spending time having fun. Be a leader, have fun, be an example. It's so, so important. I think the other thing about being a leader all the time, though, is when you see discipline issues, that's your shot. This means that you have the opportunity to do the right thing and step in and say that that's enough. We need to make sure that we as leaders are saying, I don't need to wait for that small group leader to necessarily step in. If I see something that needs a leader's input or a leader's involvement, that's my job because that's what I am. I'm a leader. And so even though the being a leader all the time and being an example tend to blur together quite a bit, just keep that in mind that you are a leader. You're not just a friend. You're not just a person building a relationship with these students. You are a leader, and that is so, so important. So, now outside of the ministry night, when you have opportunities to speak into the life of a student and pour yourself into the life of a student, take it. Being a leader all the time means that no matter when you're interacting with these students, no matter when you see them, or their families, you have an opportunity to speak truth and love into the lives of these students. We've given you that position, and these students are entrusting themselves to you. You need to realize that that's a big, big responsibility. And I know And by God's grace, we have a lot of amazing leaders that understand that. And so let me just take a minute now as we finish off the training things for today to say thank you. As I looked through these lists, I have to say that the majority of you are getting these every single week. And I couldn't be more honored to work with a team that works like that. So thank you very much. So now for some quick announcements. Number one, you need to remember to send an email response to myself and or Jessica with some of these things. Number one, if you have a digital camera that you can bring this coming Wednesday night for one of the picture games that we're going to be playing, please let us know. We need something like 8 to 10 picture or digital cameras, and so we need to know that we're going to have enough going into the night. So please let us know if you can do that. Second thing is, what day of the week and time works best for you if we were to do a 1-hour Win Retreat training at the beginning of January. Some of the things to consider would be like a Saturday morning, obviously not always ideal, maybe a Sunday between services, or a Sunday after the 11:15 where we could provide lunch for you guys, and while we're eating go through the training, different things like that. So let us know what works best, maybe even a Saturday night after a night service, again, whatever works best, and then we'll try to compile the answers and let you know what day it's going to be. Third thing is be thinking of things that would actually be helpful for you as small group leaders and mentors on the Win Retreat. We're putting these goodie bags together for you guys. They're little survival kits, but we need to know what's going to work for you, what's going to help, what's not going to. And so they somewhat need to be serious too. So, but they can be things like, hey, if a Mountain Dew helps you, Cheryl Adams, great. If you're one of those people that you had mouse problems in your cabin last year, hey, we'll put some mouse traps in your bags for you. So just let us know those things via email, and we would be greatly appreciative. Well, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching the training video, and we look forward to seeing you guys out next Wednesday night for our very special Christmas night. See you guys. Have a great weekend.